Show me now.
Are you sure? I'm supposed to see a notification. Okay, I think yes, it's going now.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Show me now.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm supposed to see a notification.
Okay, I think yes, it's going now.
Okay.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. All right, good afternoon, everybody. You can hear me, just say something and let me know you're here. All right, good afternoon, everybody. If you can hear me, just say something so I know you are here. Good afternoon, y'all. All right. It's good to be here again. It's good to be here again. It's good to be here again. Let me wait briefly for some persons to come in. Let me wait a little bit for some persons to come in. Please, I'm in the meeting. Let me call you back, please. All right, who is there? Yeah, this is gold on my screen. Let me start looking at what gold is doing whilst I wait for others to come in. This is gold 4 hours. Okay, so we have this shift. We have this shift. This is not my color. We have this shift. All right. And then we have another shift again here. Another shift again here. So what we expect is for price to come down. My concern here would be that we have liquidity is still resting below here, all of these places. We are looking to rest in all of these areas. So what it means is I still expect gold to continue going down. All right. So I expect gold to still keep going down. But for you to have that sell into that zone, I need to see what lower time frame is looking like. I need to see what the lower time frame is looking like. That's something like this. I want to go to 1 hour. I want to see what the lower time frame is looking like. All right, so on the lower time frame, we have the market opened and then we saw this shift around this place. We saw this shift around this place. And of course, that has given us a clear head and shoulders for a sell. But you see, anytime the market opens and creates a gap like this, a lot of time price goes back to fill that gap before going down. That's why I'm expecting price to come back to this zone. Come back to this zone. Yeah. Come back to this zone and do something like this. This, and probably sweep that high and then come all the way down. So apparently this is what I expect gold to do. I'm hoping that probably by New York session, this guy will go all the way up. But let me see what we have on the lower time frame, 15-minute time frame. What do we have there? 15-minute time frame, what do you look like? 15-minute time frame, what do you look like? Yes. So 15 minutes, I have this outlook. Like I said, I'm waiting for price to further go into this zone and then I can take a sell. Now let me see what's happening here on a much lower time frame. On 5 minutes, I want to see what's here, what's pretty here. Let me take this out. Good. So I have price looking like this, and of course for price to come into that zone, this high must be taken out. This high must be taken out, meaning I need to see a shift here, liquidity rest here. So I need to see price do something like this, clear that out, eyes out, do a pullback, and then get in there. All right. I just closed the buy this morning around here. I took a buy in the morning here, and then I closed around this place. So I need price to close above that resistance, do a correction, and then head into this zone from where we'll have the major sell to the downside. The major sell to the downside. So what this will look like, I'm taking out the coordinate here. What this will look like is this. this will look like a short is this, all the way down. Yes, this is what I see. This is what I see. This is what I see. Yeah. Yes, I see this happening. And but if price close above this guy, just in case you're watching it, if this happens, it has created an order block here, this red candle, that will come back into and then buy all the way up. In other words, if you're still watching your screen and then you see this happen, you could take a buy even after the correction, but then make sure that this choke is confirmed. That is what tells you the guy is going up. I said this in the past that the most important thing in any given chart is the break of structure. The break of structure, or better still, you say the change of character, because that is what tells you where the price is headed. All right, the break of structure, the change of character is what tells you where the price is headed. So the moment we have this shift to the upside, the next pullback you want to buy into this zone, and then from here we sell all the way down. All right. So that's my take on gold. Please, once you join in, just let me know where you're joining in from. Oh, so let's head to another instrument. Let's look at pounds, GBP USD. GBP, that's Forex, of course. USD, GU. Now, the good thing is GU and gold always move in the same direction, meaning there's a likelihood we find the same setup even in pounds. But let's just do our top down. I want to go to 4 hours and see what's there. I want to go to 4 hours and see what's there on 4 hours. Okay. But better say, let me see 1 day. 24 hours. Let me see 1 day. Let me see 1 day. Okay. There's a slight break of structure here. And then, meanwhile, we had this shift here in the past. Let me use the body of the candle. We had a shift here in the past. And then we have our support here, protected low here. We have our support here, SPT. Now, if you let me go to 4 hours, I want to make this a little bit clearer. On 4 hours, it's going to look like this. 4 hours is going to look like this. Now, you observe that we have price on the shift above this level to the upside, and then we have liquidity resting down here. I have this low, and then this caused this mitigation block here. So I have my eyes on this side, on these zones. What this tells me is price will most likely come back here. All right, but in order for this to come back here, I'm seeing a liquidity area here. I'm seeing a liquidity area here. I'm seeing an unprotected high there. Unprotected highs there. Let me take this to 1 hour. Oh, bum, 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 bum. 1 hour. On 1 hour, you observe that we have all of these internal lows. Right, so what this means is price will most likely go to a sweep of that high before going way down. All right, and that of course looks more like what gold is going to do. Gold is going to go up and then go further down later on. So what I see here in GU is I'm expecting price to keep buying, to buy up, to clear out these liquidities resting above these highs here before probably going down. So um, for GU, let me see 15 minutes for possible entry zones. The only thing I could do here is a buy. The only thing I could do here is a buy. Yes, it's a buy. That's the only thing that I'm seeing right here. We buy all the way up. Your stop loss sits there. That's like 1:2. That's like 1:2. So GU, I'm looking at buying. Gold, I'm looking at either buying or selling, but I gave those two scenarios. Please, once you join this call, kindly let me know where you're watching from. Just say something so I could acknowledge your presence. Thank you. So that's GU. I gave gold earlier. And let's do one more currency before I go to derive instrument. Bam, bam, bam. Let's do AUD JPY. I don't know why I love these instruments. AUD JPY. 24 hours. Bam, 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 bam. AUD JPY. AUD JPY. What you doing, bro? Bam. All right. This is a clear bullish trend. See price heading north, heading seriously north. And then here we have a last break of structure. Remember this. The most important thing that gives you direction is where the break of structure is facing. All right, that gives you a heads up. Once you see your BOS, then you know where the market is heading to. So there we have a break of structure, and of course our support is way, 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 way down below. The support gives you a threshold telling you once this support is broken, you're no longer in a bullish trend. But in this case, this low is protected because we have this guy took out this low here. Took out this low here. All right. Hey, come on. It took out this low here. So this low is protected. Took out this low. Liquidity sweep here. And price went all the way up and gave a new BOS there. Now, of course, let's go to lower time. I want to mark out this order block here. This order block here. You see what happened there? Price did a sweep of that order block into this fair value gap and then took off going up. Of course, you know what my guess will be. This guy is going back up to this point. But let me go to a lower time frame where I'll have a clearer a clearer outlook of the market. Yeah. Now for a buy, this buy started from after the sweep here. This buy, in other words, I think this is let me see. Okay, this was about Friday or so. This buy was very good. That was on Friday. This buy was good after this sweep into this fair value gap. This was a very good buy point into this zone. So as it stands, I'm thinking that this guy, let me see if there's a tendency price correct for us to buy. Let's see if this guy would correct for us to buy. I have internal BOS here. Price has done a correction. Let me see this. I have this internal BOS here, internal break of structure here. All right, and then price had corrected all the way down and did a sweep here. So this young man is going all the way up. He's going all the way up. My prayer is, let's see, there's a new BOS here. New BOS here, internal structure. Let me see where price could possibly come back to if we have price come do a sweep of this low. All right, come do a sweep of this low, then you want to buy. In other words, come do something like this, bam, and then you want to buy up. Yeah, this is AUDJPY. AUDJPY. Like I said, the best entry point would have been buying around this zone when the BOS was formed. But of course, that was last week. And but then we have a new break of structure here. So should this guy correct downwards, this would be another good entry point. But if you have a large account, you can of course start buying from now, but your stop loss must be below this current low here. So if you cannot handle that, then let it go. All right. I know some guys who want to stay will buy from there, keep your stop loss somewhere low. That's crap, man. All right. If your stop loss, I always said this, let your stop loss be where stop losses are supposed to be. Let your stop loss be where your stop losses are supposed to be. Otherwise, you will be a liquidity. Otherwise, you'll be a liquidity. All right, let's go over to synthetics instruments. We'll go over to synthetics instrument, derived instrument. And I'm going to start with the jump series, like you all know. I want to start with the jump series. Let's see what they got to do. Let's see what we have from the jump series. What do we have here? Jump 10, 24 hours, jump 10. What do you have to say? 24 hours, jump 10. What do you have to say? I remember saying this last week that this guy is coming down. It's coming down. You see, we have a break of structure here. We have a break of structure here. And then we have the supports all the way down. We have the support all the way down here. All right, and this support, of course, is unprotected. All right, so I believe strongly this man is coming all the way down. All the way down. But let me see what we have. Okay, I think I'm okay with this point. It's coming all the way down. But currently we have price breaking this current low, breaking the neckline of that seemingly looking double top. We have price break this neckline All right, so the next thing I expect price to probably do is to give me a correction to keep going down into this order block, an order block here, and of course this fair value gap shouldn't allow price go beyond that high. So I want to go to another lower time frame, 1 hour this time. Let's see how that looks. That will be sufficient for me. All right. So I have this outlook. Let me please do 2 hours. Pardon me. Let me do 2 hours. Yeah. So I have this 2 hours outlook. Now I have price. Down the range, we have a range here. All right, another range here. All right, so what this means is I'm expecting price to probably do, of course, it's already done this, it's gone below this point. It's gone below this point. This gives us a direction. And then I want price to go back and correct into this zone. Something like this. Something like this. Get over here. If possible, do a sweep of this high. All right, this way. Let me just try and do something and then come all the way down. This is what I probably expect price to do on John chapter 10. On John chapter 10, I expect price to go back up there and then you sell all the way down. You sell all the way down. Please, if you have a question or you have any instrument you want me to analyze for you, please drop it in the comment section in this chat box there, and I will definitely go over it. So I want price to go back in there before I sell. I've always said this, never you chase the market. Don't chase the market. You know, some will say, oh, there's a BOS here, let's start selling. No, don't do that. Don't do that. The market will always do a pullback. All right, so you have to learn how to wait for the market to do a pullback and give you a good entry. All right, it's called let the market come to you. I learned that many years ago. Let the market come to you. All right, so that's jump. Jump is going down, but of course, we want price to come back into this area here and then probably do a sweep. Then we go all the way down. Let's go to the next jump series. Jump, jump 25. We did this in the morning. I remember doing this in the morning with my team. 24 hours, what do you have to say? 24 hours, what do you have to say? 24 hours, what do you got to say? I see something like that is looking seemingly like a falling wedge here. That's looking like a falling wedge here. Something looking like a falling wedge. All right. I'm seeing something like this. So let's go to the next lower time frame for us. I'm seeing something like that. And if that is true, then I want price to just please go break this resistance here and give me the break of structure to the upside. And if that happens, then the next correction I want to buy. If I see price do this, come back low, then we'll go all the way up. We go all the way up. But until that happens, price is not looking very clear at the moment, except for the fact that this falling wedge might still be forming. Yes, in other words, it's possible the wedge has not yet completed its formation. The price is probably going to do go all the way down again this way. All right, why am I thinking so? Good. I've seen this closure below this point. I've seen this closure below this point. That's a break of structure. And then I have my protected high up there, and price had come this far and then did an internal shift here, internal bearish shift here. All right, shift there, and now it's gone back to do a correction into this premium zone. So price go here and swept all of these highs out. Price took all of these highs out. You can see that took all of those highs out. Took all of those highs out, and now it's giving us a bearish outlook. Let's see what we find on much lower time frame. I'm going straight up to 1 hour. There's something I want to see that will tell me to sell. All right, should price give me a shift below this point? A shift below this point, clear the liquidities there, then and only then will I be thinking of taking a sell downwards. I'm saying price come do this, then do this, and then we go down. Please take note of this. I will only be taking a sell if price does this shift. Should this shift happen, then I'm thinking of taking a sell if price corrects back up. So that is jump 25, and then the next one, I think 75 or 50 is 50. Jump 50, what do you have to say? What are you telling us? Ooh, I remember telling my guys this morning that we're going to sell jump 50. Let's do 24 hours. Let's see what's there on 24 hours. Let's see what's there on 24 hours. Oh, not really clear. Can I see 4 hours? Can I see 8 hours? Can I see 8 hours? Can I see 8 hours? Bum, 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 bum. I remember saying something here on, I think it was on weekly, that suggested to me that this guy will sell. Let's go look at it together. I remember seeing something. Where is Dow? Where Dow? Where are Dow? Where is Dow? Let's see. 15 minutes. 15 minutes time frame. Okay. I remember seeing this sweep above this point. Sweep above this point. And then a shift below this point. And then a shift below here. So somewhere up here I have a breaker. I have a breaker and a unicorn around this zone. I have a breaker and a unicorn around this zone. That's why I told my guys in the morning that this guy will most likely do us a sell. But then I told them that for that sell to be confirmed, I need to see a market structure shift. I need to see a market structure shift. Let me do 2 minutes if I'm permitted. All right, thank you so much. I need to see price, please, close below this point. All right. If this liquidity is here, take it out. Then I have seemingly looking confirmation for the sell. This is what I see on jump 50. So I need for price to break below that low. Otherwise, I ain't gonna do anything. If this guy see it came all the way down, then pumped up. If the guy refused to break this low, I ain't gonna do anything. The reason is I see liquidity resting above here. This is an equal high liquidity. Equal high liquidity. Alright, so price could probably go up again and do a sweep of those highs for going down. So I'm waiting and watching for this man to go sweep those highs there or come do a shift here. Otherwise, I ain't gonna do anything. Yeah, I ain't gonna do anything. All right, so let's see what happens. Jump 50. Either it gives us a chop downwards, and then the next correction I want to sell. But then if you ask me, I rather prefer it does, watch this, it does this. I prefer it does this, and then we go down. Yes. I know you ask me why. Yes. This is the reason. The best time to take a trade is after a sweep is done. What that means is the market has taken out all possible liquidity, either buy side liquidity or the sell side liquidity. So in this case, we have equal highs here, and what that means is people have stop losses above this point, buy stops above this point. Same as the lows here, you have the stop losses below this point, and of course, probably sell stops below here. So I need price to probably go and do a buy side sweep and then give me a sell side sweep. When I see these two, I am more confident to want to enter 50 lots and then we'll go down. All right. So that's it for jump 50. Please save these things if you would, so that while they form, you can follow them. Let's do a couple of other ones. I have 15 more minutes to exit this call. 50, that was 50. 75, what are you looking at? What are you up to? What are you up to? What are you up to? I want to go to 24 hours. Now, the reason why I like to go to a higher time frame is to give me an understanding of what the market is saying. It basically gives me an understanding of what the market is overall saying. All right, this is jump 75. This is jump 75. There's a key zone I'm seeing here. There's a key major order block zone. There's a major order block zone here. Anytime you have a fair value gap, as you're seeing here, and an order block, that is the major order block zone, or some call it major FV, valid FVG zone, beg your pardon, valid order block zone, or some call it valid fair value gap zone. Right now, for me to look at buying back from that zone, I need price to come do a sweep of these lows. All right, there's money resting here. So let me go back to probably 4 hours and look up that up. Now you agree with me the price had come into that region, but then I need it to please do that shift. What do I mean? Something like this. Come do the shift and then give me this outlook. What I'm saying is I want to see the shift here and probably see a reversal candle. Yes, give me the sweep and give me a reversal candle here. Bullish engulfing, Amma, Morning Star, preferably the bullish engulfing and armor. You see, there are different kinds of reversal candle patterns, and of course, not all of them are as strong uh, as others. The likes of bullish engulfing is very strong. The likes of armor is very strong. All right, if you find bullish piercing may not be as strong as engulfing or as strong as armor. So I always like to see the likes of bullish engulfing or bullish piercing. Sorry, or armor rather. So what I'm saying in essence is I need price to please come sweep these lows and these lows here into this. Can you see this? Into this fair value gap to my left, into this fair value gap to my left, and give me a reversal candlestick pattern here. Then and only then will I be thinking of buying jump 75. All right, let's look for maybe one or two more. This time around, let's look at other kind of instruments. Okay, if you have anyone you want to check, please just drop it in the comment section and I will pick that up for you. Let's look at 25 index. I saw something here in the 25 one is. I saw something here. Oh, okay, I remember a student called me about an hour ago and then she asked me to check 101S. Yes, this. But with the 101S, let's check out 101S. 101X. 101X. What do we have here? 24 hours. What do we have on 24 hours? What do I have here? Bam, 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 bam. Okay, I got my break of structure here. I got my support here. I got my support here. All right, and I got my point of interest around here. These are the block. These are the block will be my point of interest. I go over to lower time frame. Of course, you don't just jump from daily to 15 minutes. You get yourself injured. So you scale down little by little. I'm on 4 hours. I see these internal lows. This is what I call SLQ, structural liquidities. SLQ resting here. Of course, same thing as inducement in there. So what I'm saying is if this guy will graciously come and do a sweep of that low this way and then give me a shift, of course not above here because that'll be too far, give me a shift around here, something like this, then we'll buy it up. If this makes sense to you, if you give me a shift this way, then I'm buying up. Otherwise, if you close below this point, then we're going all the way down because I think this guy is kind of looking like a head, shoulder head, and I wouldn't call this a shoulder. So I expect that probably it will close below this point and then come do a correction and form the second shoulder before going all the way down. So for 101X, you just stand aside, just stay aside and watch what it's doing. Let's look at 25. 25, 25, 25, 25. I saw something. And somebody may say, there's nothing you are buying or selling today. If you don't see setup, please don't just let your money be breathing. Leave your money where it is, let it breathe. I have this outlook here. I have a break of structure here. I have a break of structure here. And then I have a support here. But let me mark out this point. Let me mark this demand zone. Right, so I'm suspecting this internal low into this order block, into this zone. So what I'm seeing is price come do something like this, go long from here. But remember, this is daily time frame. Excuse me. That's the time frame. Let me see what happens on 4 hours and other subsequent lower time frame. Right. Price is still going. The impulse now is still pushing downwards. The bearish impulse is still pushing downwards. Yes, this is the other block area I marked. All right, I need price to come there and then give me a shift. Then I want to think of buying. Then I will think of taking a buy to the upside. All right, I think I have just a few more minutes and I'll be out of this place. Let me do one more. 25 1S. 25 1S. 25 1S is behaving. Bam, badam, badam, bam, bam. I can always tell you my break of structure is here, facing down. So this tells me we are bearish. Resistance is here. Unprotected high is here. All right, resistance, unprotected high. What do I expect? I want price to go and do a sweep above that high and keep going down. And then on 2 hours, let me see if I can find a liquidity above that zone. Okay, it's an order block there. How about 1 hour? How about 1 hour? You got something for me, guys? Okay. So what I need price to do is I need price to come do strong viewable. I need price to come do a sweep above that high, something like this. Take that high out and then give me a shift and I'll take you down. Please keep these things in mind. Keep these things in mind. I need this to happen. All right, it's nice being in your face today, Monday, 12th of May. Thank you for coming and God bless you. I'll see you again next week, Monday, same time here on YouTube. God bless you. See you guys next week.